Hello and welcome to the 10th tutorial in the Cocos Code IDE series. In this part we're going to be looking at live coding. This tutorial assumes you have set up Cocos Code IDE and generated a project. We will look at changing the code of a game whilst it is still running and the game being updated without having to press the run button again and then it relaunching the simulator or relaunching the application on your device. This will help save a lot of time. So let's go ahead and open up Cocos Code IDE. Live coding is one of the many cool features that helps Cocos Code IDE be a great integrated development environment for Cocos. So what we're going to do is just make sure we've got the source code from Cocos.js game open. We're going to run this one and we will run it, I believe we're running in the simulator. So yeah, I'll run in the iOS simulator, why not? As you can see, we now have our application running. So one second, what I'm going to do is just resize that a little bit. And now we're just going to go through a few scenarios. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, the hello world looks pretty good, but I think you could do with being to the left. So if I go to the hello world label, which is here, and this is where the X position is. So instead of moving it by half the screen width, I was going to move it by a quarter of the screen width, and watch what happens when I save it. The screen refreshes and now it's appearing where I've coded it to appear. And I'm like, no, I think I preferred it where it was. Again, it's just a little simple change and it's back to where it needs to be. I'm looking at it now thinking, okay, I think it could do with being a little bigger. So I'm going to do hello label dot set scale, and what I'm going to do is just set the scale, and in here I'm going to provide a value of 3. I think I'll try 3. Save that. I'm looking at that and thinking that's exactly what I want. So now I'm looking at the other elements. So for example, there is, let's scroll down, we have the background sprite here, and I'm looking at it because it's got a few attributes, rotation, etc. I'm thinking, nah, I think the rotation is probably at 270. See what that looks like. As you can see, the rotation was slightly different, but I preferred how it was, and it looks a lot better. We got the hello label. It's doing a move by, plus also what it's doing is a tint to action. So what I don't like is that the move by is pretty high. So I'm going to put size the height divided by 2. Save that. As you can see, it is a lot lower now, but what I don't like about it is the fact that the move by is pretty long. So I'm going to put 1 second. That looks a lot better. I'm going to line up the tint to with 1 second as well. Change the value of these a little bit. Change this to 195 and change this to 25. Save it. Now that's looking a lot better. That's exactly the sort of thing that I wanted to do. So let's go back to the sprite run action. So we got a CC rotate to rotate to 0 degrees over 2 seconds. I'm going to make it rotate over 0.25 seconds. Save it. After looking at it, it was a bad idea. So let's try 1.5. That's a lot better. And the scale too, I'm going to put 0.5. Let's try 0.75. That is a lot better. So there are a few examples of live coding in play. It's great because you don't have to, I don't know, close down the simulator or just click the button again. You'll start going through all this thing in the console, then you'll run it, then you've got to wait for the application to load if it's a big one. You just code and it helps you save time. Again, this may only seem like a matter of seconds, but as you can see right there, I did quite a few changes, and it's perfectly normal for you to do those changes within a matter of moments. One of the things that stops developers from doing a lot of changes very quickly is because of the fact that you have to go through the process of running it again, which wastes a lot of time. So developers try and make sure they've got it perfect and all the way they want it. And as if you're a developer, that never happens pretty much. So you have to keep testing it. Anyway, with live coding, you can help save a lot of time. And if you're in a big company or a startup, eventually help save money. So, the next tutorial will cover auto-completion. If you have any questions, feel free to message us at support@sonarsystems.co.uk. The email will be in the description. You can comment on this video or just directly message us via YouTube. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.